Okay, where were we? I know where we were. Alright, so Gardner, Mildred, and Blesh are in Salamand. And by the way, talking hard. Welcome to the stream, Mattenveld. Always nice to see a new face. Alright. I think we're good on these for now. For those who are new to the stream, we do stream in here every single night. Our main set of games we're going through right now is that I'm trying to beat all of the Final Fantasy games. I want to cast fire right now. We're heading to Kashuan. No, I probably don't. Did we need Gordon to go to Kashuan? No, we don't. That's why we got the goddess spell, right? We don't need Gordon. Alright. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. So we're playing through all the Final Fantasy games. And by all the Final Fantasy games, I mean all of the Final Fantasy games. Like 30 different games. I'm playing through them in release order. So we did Final Fantasy 1 2 or 3 times. 2 recently. And now we're gonna do Final Fantasy 2 possibly 2 times. We'll see. We have a challenge of what do they call them? A community challenge to spend your bananas to get a second playthrough of Final Fantasy 2 if you guys want. Or we would be doing a solo, like monk run, like no armor, no weapons, just punch our way through the game with Furion or something. But we'll see if that happens. Also on Wednesdays and Thursdays, we are still working our way through Xenoblade Chronicles X. Xenoblade, Xenosaga, Xenogears was the last franchise we did on the stream. We're right at the end of it. Xenoblade Chronicles X is the only one left. And it's a really long game, and it's not the type of game I really want to play like every day. So we're doing it Wednesdays and Thursdays. Although, oh yeah, it's gotten worse. Yeah, I am wearing a green shirt. I look even more transparent than I thought. Look at that. I'm gonna switch my shirt. That's funny. This Thursday, though, we are possibly not going to be playing Xenoblade Chronicles because the Baldur's Gate 3 just went into early release, and me, Desshire, and 2 of my mods, Flame and Shadow, have been planning on playing a 4-player co-op through Baldur's Gate 3 forever. So Shadow Swift is currently trying to get Thursday night off, and if he does, we will probably be playing some Baldur's Gate 3 on 4-player Baldur's Gate 3 Thursday night if he can get it off. Oh, and on Sundays, my wife comes on the stream for a segment we call Better Half Blind, where she plays through games that she doesn't really know anything about. Like, she played Chrono Trigger, she's been playing through Chrono Cross, she started Silent Hill 2 last Sunday. So, that's fun, just to see someone, like, play these classic games with no foreknowledge. And, you know, I join her. I'm like just off the camera usually with those. Alright, so Final Fantasy 2. We got a little bit of progress yesterday. You couldn't imagine your wife playing Xenosaga? Why not? I mean, I don't know your wife. I mean, there's a lot of people I couldn't imagine playing Xenosaga. It would be a bad time. Oh man. You know, Deadshire has been streaming now like 5 days a week, and she's doing like, I think she calls it RPGs a history. And when she says it, I swear she channels Hermione a little bit, you know, like Hogwarts a history. But anyways, she's playing through like, instead of like I'm doing Final Fantasy chronologically, right? She's doing just RPGs in general, or games in general. She's just doing retro games pretty much, starting in like the 80s and moving her way forward slowly. All right, Kashuan is right here, right? This is where we're going. So we need to go around these mountains to the east. And like at this point, we've added like almost every major RPG series to Deadshire's list of games she's gonna play eventually. Although she did leave all the Xeno games off, I think mostly just because I just played them all, and I've been going on about them for months. Maybe by the time she gets to the point where they would go on the list, she'll have changed her mind about that. I'm trying to conserve Mildred's MP a little bit because we have a dungeon to go through when we get there. I think Des started playing Xenoblade Chronicles 1 one time, like on the 3DS. I don't know why she stopped, but she did. So you're gonna play through each edition too? No, I'm not gonna play through each edition. On some of the games I'm playing multiple editions, Matten, but not all of them. In the cases where I'm playing multiple editions, it's generally when there's a big difference between the editions. Like I'm gonna play Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy VII Remake, they're completely different games. I'm gonna play Final Fantasy IV on the PSP, and then I may also play Final Fantasy IV on the DS, but that's because they're very different. Like when they put Final Fantasy IV on the DS, one, it's harder, and two, it has a lot of different mechanics revolving around your ability to like trade abilities between party members and stuff. And I've never played through it, and it just sounds like a blast, right? With Final Fantasy VII, we were talking about playing through Final Fantasy VII and also possibly doing like a fan rebalancing mod that like rebalances the whole game. And if I do that, that would be like another playthrough of the original version, but it wouldn't really be the original version anymore because it'll be with the mod, right? But no, I'm not going to do like Final Fantasy VII PC and Final Fantasy VII PS1. I mean, that's the same game. Like, there's no real difference there of note, right? All right. Still need to complete Final Fantasy 1, 3, 4 through 6, 8. Okay. Well, here's 2. Have you ever played 2 at all? Alright, so there's the Sunfire, but we need to get a special torch, right? I've beaten Final Fantasy 2 before, but it's been like 10 years. You have to bear with me as I try and remember what I gotta do here. Like, some parts of the game I remember very well, and then some parts are really vague. Okay, so we got a door there, which is locked. Let's use the goddess spell. Why can't I ask the door something? That's funny. Let's see. We need to get the special torch to transport the Sunfire, which I'm guessing is what's at the end of the dungeon, right? There we go. Goddess spell got us in the door. And there's Gordon! I came to retrieve the Sunfire. I thought I was the only one left who could open the door. I'd meant to look for Eggel's torch, but it's a monster's den in here. I can't keep going on my own. I can't return empty-handed. I don't know what to do next. You know your way around the keep, right? Do you think you could help us find our way through? I'm sorry. The keep is riddled with secrets. I wouldn't know the way around any better than you. But I do want to fight. Will you let me come with you? Yeah, Final Fantasy II does have a sad story. And we've already lost Joseph. Last night, Joseph got rolled over by a boulder. You should play Final Fantasy XIV, Gardner. And if you're worried about starting an online game, here's what I say. I mean, first of all, we have people in the chat that'll play with you. But also, if you really just want to wait, when I get to Final Fantasy XIV, maybe we can get like a... I don't know the equivalent. Like, make a guild or whatever, you know? We could get a bunch of the viewers together and play as a group. It'd be fun. We'll probably have more viewers by then, right? Alright. Always go left. That's the right answer, right? Free company, thank you. I have played some Final Fantasy XIV, but I am generally a noob. Alright, Gordon, we're gonna try not to use you, bud. What modern platform would you recommend for playing Final Fantasy 1 on? My favorite version of Final Fantasy 1 is the PlayStation Portable version. But that's only if you have a PSP. If you don't have a PSP, then most of the versions are good. Like what do you consider a modern platform is part of the question. Because what platforms you consider possibilities will limit what I can answer that with. There's only so many different versions of Final Fantasy 1. Lost Joseph, got Gordon looking for 11. Nice. You don't have an NES, Game Boy Advance, or old consoles like that. Okay. Well, Final Fantasy 1 was on the Famicom, the NES, right? And then there's a PlayStation 1 version. It's also on the PSN as that PlayStation 1 version. So if you wanted to play the PlayStation 1 version, you could play it on PSN, which includes like PlayStation 3, PlayStation Portable, Vita, PSTV. There's a version on mobile, I believe. There's the Game Boy Advance version, Final Fantasy Origins, which has 1 and 2, which isn't bad. Like they're all pretty equally good for the most part. All the remakes of it. Like I said, my favorite version is the PSP version, but like the Game Boy Advance version isn't that different. Yeah, on PlayStation 1, there's Final Fantasy Origins, I think it's called. It has Final Fantasy 1 and 2. Like, it's the same basically as the Game Boy Advance's Dawn of Souls. The difference being that it doesn't have all the bonus dungeons. So that's one thing, like, they did add to the games as they went on. I don't believe the PlayStation 1 version has the bonus dungeons. I believe they added the first 4 bonus dungeons, Hellfire Chasm, Earthgift Shrine, like the ones that open up as you beat the fiends. I believe that those dungeons got added in the Game Boy Advance version. And then the PSP version added the Labyrinth of Time and kept the Game Boy Advance ones, which is what we were playing just then. And this is the PSP version of Final Fantasy II that I'm playing right now on the screen. Your tone. But the PS1 version is still good, but I don't know that it has all the extra content. If you're wondering why I'm not using Gordon, it's because he is a temporary character. He's a guest party member. He's only with us for like a quest or two. So I don't really want him to do things that could help power up the permanent party members. Okay. Second floor. I can do that. Absolutely. There, I made a channel for you guys. It's under General. And there's a FF14 channel. I said I would start playing Final Fantasy XIV with you right now if it wasn't for the fact that I'm probably planning on playing it on the stream, which means I'm going to be starting a character from scratch, which means any work that I do now I just have to throw away. So I'll probably just wait. Also, next week the pre-patch for Shadowlands and WoW drops, so I'll probably be playing that. And Baldur's Gate 3 just came out, so I'm playing that. So I don't have that much free time outside of the stream, because like any game time I have outside the stream is probably going to those games. So yep. Those ogres and ogre mages that we ran into on the world map the other day are in this dungeon. It's so weird that you can just like not wear armor in this game, and it's actually kind of a positive thing. Blink tome. Let's see. Yep, looks like mine has found the new channel. It can be a positive thing in D&D if you're a specific class that, you know, gains benefit from not wearing armor. But like in this case, like you actually work on your defense and your HP more and end up being more defensive in the long run, even if you do later decide to wear armor by not wearing armor now. Later on, the armor's gonna get good enough that I'm gonna start putting it on. But right now, like, there's really not much benefit. I mean, honestly, I would say it's bad for you to wear armor in the early game. It's just straight bad for you. Speaking of D&D, man, I am so excited to play some Baldur's Gate 3 because it's 5th edition, it's turn-based. Oh man, it's gonna be so much fun. I'm excited to tell. I've got it downloaded. I'm probably gonna play it after the stream. While my videos are chugging along. Golden Shield Monster in a Box! Alright, what we got? Just were rats? That's it? We're so agile. So, speaking of the weekend, I'm not going to be having my normal Saturday night stream this week. I've got some stuff coming up. I'm not going to be able to be here Saturday night. But, the current plan is to have the Friday night stream of Final Fantasy 2 just go extra long. So I won't stream Saturday night, but I'm gonna stream into Saturday morning, if that makes sense. Sort of. I won't be here for the normal stream, but I'll still get some hours in on Saturday. It'll just be in the AM, you know. And I understand, I mean, if you guys are like asleep and you miss it, it'll always end up on YouTube. Land turtle? Oh no, whatever shall I do? He's so defensive. You can hardly hurt him. If only there was some weakness I could exploit that would cause... Oh, he's dead. You know, I was thinking about the other day, I was watching a YouTuber play Shin Megami, right? He was playing Shin Megami Tensei 4, I believe, if I remember right. And he was complaining rather vehemently about how much he thought it was bullshit that you couldn't tell an enemy's weakness without just like poking at it. You know what I mean? Like being like, Agi, no. Bufu, no. Zio, okay, he's weak to Zio, guys. Like he thinks that that's just like a horrible mechanic, and like that you should be able to just see their weaknesses or something. And I'm like where do you get this from? Like I'm playing Final Fantasy 2 here, right? Like a classic Final Fantasy game. I can't tell what people's weaknesses are. Once I beat them and I've killed them before I can come in here and be like, you know, what weakness does an icicle have? Oh, he's weak to fire. But like in the moment when you first fight them, you can't tell that crap. And like, so I mean, I know that weaknesses are a bigger thing in Shin Megami games, but still, like, I don't think it's right to just assume you should be able to like see the weaknesses. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird. I think it would be a very different game if you could. I've heard that complaint before with like Persona games and stuff too, where people complain that like they complain that they have to just guess at the weaknesses, basically. It would definitely be an easier game, sure. Man, the Final Fantasy 2 empty room. Like, there's so many like doors that just lead to an empty room, you know? It's a Final Fantasy 2 thing. It's always the same shape rectangular room. It'll have a different tile set, but it's always the same empty rectangular room behind those fake doors. That's what I call them. I call them fake doors because like it's not, the door doesn't really go anywhere. What's just Pokemon? Yeah, with Pokemon you can usually guess their type from their appearance. In the newer Pokemon, I think it just flat out tells you this would be super effective, just so you know. Like you'll be like on the move. Like when you go to select the move, should I use this one? Oh, this one's super effective. Oh, well thanks. I guess I'll use that one, right? Like you don't even need to remember the type weaknesses. It's true that sometimes in like Persona and Shin Megami games, there's like no real clue as to what its weaknesses will be by looking at it. But I mean that's fair. Okay, so we got stairs there, but I want to make sure I'm not missing any chests. What is the penis monster weak to? Well, it's Mara, so it's weak to... I don't know what Mara's weak to, honestly. Not off the top of my head, at least. Man, the monster in a box was just 2 of these guys. Now we're just running into 5 of them. swear, like, almost every door you run into in Final Fantasy II is really just a crap door. Like, more than half of the doors you run into just go to that square, that rectangular room. If you remember correctly from playing Persona 4, you have to hit the weakness to do anything, and sometimes you get punished hard for not doing so. That's not true. You are supremely rewarded for hitting the weakness, but you don't have to hit the weakness to do anything. You can knock them all down and get all out attacks by hitting the weakness. But you can also just level up enough to just hit them with your sword and kill them if you really wanted to. Ooh, poison actually persisted. Is there more than one type of poison? Because we had poison earlier that didn't persist. Interesting. Like, that door probably doesn't go anywhere. Like, I almost don't even want to check doors because I have that knowledge. From last time I played this, I checked so many of the doors and I was just disappointed so many times by, like, that same rectangular room. Now, some Shin Megami games, the ones that have, like, the push turn... Oh, this door went somewhere. Mithril Sword. Mithril Axe. Werebuster. Ooh. Okay, well, I mean, obviously I don't know what I'm talking about. It's a mace. Dang it, Werebuster isn't a sword in this one. Dang. We're a sword guy, though. Okay, shields. Like, no one, like, Mildra is so evasive that she isn't leveling her shields. Like, she's wielding 2 shields. And, like, they are wielding 1. They have 5 in shields. She has 2. Like, and she's on the front line with them. She doesn't have any HP because she's not getting hit. The thing is, like, his evasion's leveled up. His evasion's better than hers now. I don't know, like, for whatever reason, like, her shields are just not getting better yet right now. Even though she's dual wielding them. Shrinks when you cast Bufu. I just saw that. That's pretty good. There's the rectangular room. I feel like there's a really high chance of you running into a fight on your way back out of those rectangular rooms too, but that might just be anecdotal. Let's go back to those stairs. Well, I was saying, oh yeah, the Shin Megami games like oh geez, what was Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne, right? And Digital Devil Saga, and them, like, they have that push turn system. That's much worse for, like, if you hit the weakness, you basically get an extra turn. But if you hit something that they're like immune to or you miss, you just straight up like lose turns. And that hurts. That hurts a lot. There's an empty room. Oh, there, someone hit her. That's good. Like, I'm actually happy. Oh, thank God, someone hit her. Hit her again, man. She needs it. I don't want to have to hit her myself. They're about to have like double her HP.